Okay, we are live. Gavin, how are you? Welcome in. Um, Welcome to this little live stream. I want to talk about my Indiegogo campaign, my short film Addict. Sorry, that was my mouse stand was made a weird sound. But I want to talk about my short film Addict. I want to answer maybe some of your guys' questions about it, and kind of maybe even look at the Indiegogo campaign a bit. We'll wait till some people get in here, I guess. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone is having a good start to their week. I'm doing well. Can't complain. It's been a pretty great day. Bernardo, how's it going? Welcome in. So yeah, we're going to talk all about Addict. We're going to talk about my Indiegogo campaign. And we're going to talk about why you should contribute or think about contributing towards the Indiegogo campaign. If you have not, or if you're planning on, contributing, we are going to, I'm going to kind of get into all the ins and outs of that. So don't mind me. I don't want to take too much time. Like, this isn't going to be like a lengthy long stream or lengthy live stream or anything. I really just want to be able to talk about my short film and the Indiegogo campaign that we're doing. Doing well at work. Oh, interesting, Gavin. Interesting. Hope work's going well. Yeah, hope you're doing good at work. So yeah, we're gonna talk about. Hold on, let me see if I can somehow do this and then share screen. All right, share. Okay, so we're gonna look at my Indiegogo campaign here. I want to make sure that you guys can see it. So if you guys have not seen my Indiegogo campaign, here it is. I am making a horror short film titled Addict. It is a horror film about drugs and drug addiction, and really kind of just addiction in general. So I kind of want to break down some points here on this. We're gonna kind of look at it and talk about like why I'm trying to raise the amount that I am. Currently, we have one backer, which is really cool. Actually, the fact that someone's backing this project already is just insane. And there's still a lot of time. I mean, we still have like 50 some odd days, so there's still a lot of time for the campaign. And yeah. So anyway, the project. So the project is based on my brother Seth. My brother Seth is someone who I love, and who I've had a relationship, a good relationship with him for a long time. And Seth was a drug addict. He did drugs. He had a very tough time. A lot of influence, kind of in the wrong direction, geared his life and really kind of made him think a certain way or react a certain way. So he did drugs, and he almost died from a drug overdose. And it was really, really scary for everybody involved. My entire family, my siblings. We didn't really know what was going to happen to Seth, and we were hoping that he could figure it out. And he got help. He got the help that he needed, and now today he's turned over a new leaf. And so we're super happy for him. But that moment in time when he was having these hard issues with drug addiction and drug abuse, it was scary because I was away at college. I lived in a completely different region of the country, and I couldn't see him. So I wanted to be able to tell a story that relates to my experience dealing with my brother's addiction, as well as like dealing with my own addictions in my own different ways. Because I feel like all of us as people, we've all had addictions, right? And Stranger Boy, how are you? Welcome in. So yeah, I wanted to be able to make this story. It's something that has been sitting with me for over the past 4 years now. With this idea of making a horror film about drug addiction. I want to make horror, and I want to make horror movies that really are based and grounded in real situations and real circumstances, because there are scary things about life, right? That we deal with every single day. And I want to be able to tell those stories, and do so in such a way that feels like there's a lesson behind all of it. So that's kind of the idea for it. And I'm asking for $4,000 towards the project. Now, granted, it is a very flexible goal. That means that no matter what, it's going to happen. I'm actually going to be paying for a lot of it. And it's this cost goes into, travel, it goes into equipment, it goes into, festival submission fees, and, paying for, certain people to work on this film, with cast and crew. And a lot of it also is location. I'm planning on shooting this movie in New York City. So shooting this movie in New York City is very expensive. It can get very, very pricey fast. And yeah, I want to be able to I guess get that help that I need in order to kind of feel like I can bring the best product as possible, to the screen, I guess you could say. So I'm very excited about it. I understand that, making a film is pricey. There's a lot of risk involved, and I'm willing to go that extra mile, go that risk to be able to get it done. And really, there are different perks that we can go through as well, here on the right, but realistically, like, any support is greatly appreciated. Even if you can't contribute financially, that's okay. Just getting the word out, spreading the word around to people that or people who are film lovers or horror lovers. It really does go the extra mile to making these things kind of become a reality. But I obviously am very young in the industry, so I definitely want to kind of use this film as a way to kind of cement myself into the industry, as a filmmaker, and as an aspiring filmmaker, as well. Yeah, location scouting is a pain. Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm shooting it in New York City, so that's going to be a lot of the bulk of it is going to be like location and paying for location fees, or just kind of going and being able to scout. It's going to be a little bit of a difficult step. YouTube's weird. It just actually got my live notification out, which is really stupid because I've been live for like 8 minutes now, but whatever. Like we talked about, there are risks and challenges, right? But I am very, very excited. And my hope is that we can actually start shooting this thing in the early months of 2022. Obviously there's going to be different factors involved, depending on the COVID pandemic. Hopefully that kind of, hopefully that can kind of we can kind of get back to some type of normalcy. And I think it's very important that, we all take those precautions, those measures to be able to do that. And also, I think a lot of it also has to do with, certain factors that might be unforeseeable. I can't really see what's going to happen in the next few months. I mean, there's so many different variables, but no matter what, this film is going to be done by August of next year, which is the cutoff for, the Sundance Film Festival submission and some other festivals that I want to submit the film to. So I definitely have a schedule that I want to make. I definitely have confines to a certain schedule and trying to get this film done in any way that I can. And then, like I said, obviously, if you can't contribute, that is totally fine. I think it's more important just to share the word out. And feel free to share my Indiegogo campaign with other people. Share this live stream. Share my video that was on my channel last week, just to kind of get the word out there. This is going to be a film that is going to be very different from what kind of the grain is with horror, but it's going to be very consistent with the likes of like Jordan Peele and Ari Aster and Jennifer Kent, these people who are making horror films that are more than just horrifying things on screen. They actually have a message tied behind them, And there's a lot of symbolism, and I'm very excited about that. It's, you guys know me when it comes to jump scares. I hate jump scares. They're not scary at all. And I am looking forward to being able to tell a story that doesn't have to rely on jump scares for the scares, but like actually has real tension and real suspense built in. So yeah, it's going to be very serious. I mean, I'm not taking this with like, I don't want to make a film that is lesser than to my capabilities. It's going to be something that I'm taking very seriously, and I want to really kind of be one of these young filmmakers on the cusp of trying to get into the industry, and I'm very excited about it. I do have other ideas as well for other short films that I want to do. One of them in particular would be After Addict, which is actually a horror comedy. It's very, very small. I wouldn't nearly need the budget that I need for this. But being able to create has been able to allow me to create more ideas and tell different stories and new stories. So I'm looking forward to that. And then if you look at the different tiers, so like, the different perks that you could get for this project, the lowest perk is special thank you credit in the actual film. So if you contribute $10, you get a thank you credit at the end of the film. You can have it, be whatever you want it to be, as long as it's not like inappropriate or anything like that. If you don't even want it to be your name, you could have it be, just a made up name, or maybe your YouTube name or whatever. That'll show up in the special thank you credit when it gets released on YouTube, which is really cool. Then there's also a behind the scenes vlogs. So basically you're going to get taken through the step-by-step process of me making the film. It's going to be kind of me just vlogging everything that I'm doing. And I'm even working on those vlogs right now as we speak, just in the writing process and the pre-production process, getting the team together. So you'll be able to see all of that. That'll all be coming out. That will be sent to you. These are not going to, and these will not see the life of day on YouTube or anywhere else. They're just going to be for your eyes only. Then you also have a Blu-ray if you want to get a Blu-ray copy of my film, which is really, really cool. I actually kind of can't wait to have my own film on Blu-ray. Not that I'm going to watch it, but just because I could say that I made this and it's on Blu-ray. That will come with the behind the scenes actually included in the Blu-ray. So yeah, that's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really cool. Then you can get like a poster if you want to get a poster of my short film, like that. That's pretty cool, and I will sign it. And maybe someday, if I get somewhere with filmmaking, you could say, Nick Acosta signed this poster for me years ago. Early access, if you're someone who really wants to see the movie early, I have that option for you. Obviously some of the perks get higher in contribution costs and things like that, but that's also because like it's kind of like in a way, like I don't want everyone to kind of jump on these, just because like I want there to be some quiet, some secretive stuff, and I want that hype to kind of be built around that early word of mouth, but also at the same time, like I don't want it to where anyone can just jump right on it and just watch it early and right away. And then there's different producer credits and stuff like that. But I'm very, very happy with the different perks and the different things that are going on behind the scenes for this campaign. I'm looking forward to. Yes, Jackson, you will be getting all of it. You don't even have to worry. I already planned on sending you all this stuff anyway, but that's because you're going to be the talent involved in it. But I'm very excited, right? I want to work with people who, want to get into the industry, who want to have some type of that want not only want to get into the industry and that want to be, taken as professionals, but I want to work with people who are also, inspired by a lot of the same things I'm inspired by, right? And I drew a lot of inspiration from just people that I've seen, whether it's I've met them in real life or I haven't, and a lot of different filmmakers that have just inspired me over the years, including the likes of Jordan Peele, Ari Aster, John Carpenter, Jennifer Kent. There's so many different people that really inspired me to make this film and make it the way that I did, and that the way that I wrote it, at least. So I'm very much looking forward to kind of bring the script to life, and I can't be more happy Like I said, I've been working on this script for 4 years now. It's been an idea that I've had for 4 years, and it's just elevated to something that I can't even believe that I wrote it, because it doesn't seem like anything that I would be capable of writing, but I did, and it's really cool. So I want to kind of get your guys' comments here a little bit about it. Let's see. I was talking to Brando Critic because he needed recommendations for guests on his show. I recommended you, so he might hit you up. I didn't know if that would be a good outlet or not. Oh, I appreciate that, Kevin. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Brando Critic. I know who that is. I appreciate that. New Halloween 4-5 is going to come with unseen cut footage. Yeah, that's cool. I've read the script, guys. Take him seriously. It's going to be really good. Yes, Jackson has read the script, as well as Nate. And I told them to be as honest as possible. Yes, we're friends, but Jackson's not going to lie. Jackson's not just going to play it up just to mince my feelings. I told him, I want you to, if it's not good, I want you to tell me. And Jackson liked it. So I'm very excited about that. It's exciting because Jackson has written quite a bit of scripts. He's worked on, a lot of different short film projects with other people. And so that's really cool that I'm, had that opportunity to have Jackson read my script. And, I'm very excited. I'm also very excited to work with Jackson. So it's going to be really cool. Martell in the kitchen. How are you? Let's see. I know who you are, by the way, Martell in the kitchen. I know exactly who you are. He may be a goofy little nugget, but he's a really talented screenwriter. Can't wait to see what he does with his direction. I appreciate that, man. I really do. That's the thing is, I've always had a knack for creation, right? When people ask me, what do you want to do with your life? I want to be a creator. I want to be a creative. I didn't really know, I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker years ago, but it was something that was only kind of a pipe dream, right? But now it's coming into fruition. I'm making this project no matter what. And I can't wait to be able to make this project for you guys. And I really think some of the things that I'm doing with it you're going to be very, very excited about. Let's see. I will be graduated hopefully by March 2022. I can't wait to work with you. Yes, Bernardo is going to be helping me with editing. So that's going to be very cool. I'm very excited about that. Hey, how's it going? Fish to go. Welcome in. Any movies or shot styles you're using for inspiration? Yes, that's a great question. I would say in terms of movies, one movie that was a big inspiration, which is very interesting, is Hereditary. I'm not even the biggest fan of that movie. I like it a lot, but the subtlety of horror and the way that certain shots are composed, kind of in my head and the way that I've written them on the script and kind of plan them out, it's very much in the vein of Hereditary, as well as The Babadook. Those are two horror movies that have really given me a lot of inspiration for this project. And then also, my favorite horror movie of all time, Halloween. There are moments in this movie. There's kind of one in particular thing I'm not going to get into, but it kind of embodies kind of that atmosphere of Halloween and what Halloween has meant to me over the years. It's not a slasher movie or anything like that, but there are certain things in the script that kind of lead you to I'm trying to kind of get that feel, that similar feel, the similar feel of the 1978 classic Halloween. So that's a great question. Thank you for that question. In terms of shot styles and movies like Hereditary, the best way I can compare it is Hereditary, Babadook, a lot of Mike Flanagan's work as well. The way that he kind of places just terrifying things on screen. Again, there's not going to be jump scares in this movie. I don't like jump scares. I don't think they're scary. I want to build natural suspense and not make it forced in any type of way. Let's see. Can't wait to see your short film too, and excited for your work editing with Nick. Yes, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Congrats on starting the journey. It is truly a rewarding one. Thank you so much. I am very excited. This is something that I've been dreaming about for a long time, and I always told myself that I would never be good enough. And now I'm the complete opposite. I want to just go out there and put my work out there for people to see, and just, live my life without any regrets, I guess. I don't want to look back 30 years from now, or 30 years from now and say, man, I wish I would have done something. I'm actually doing it. And I'm actually, trying to put my best foot forward and making, my dream become a reality. And the thing that I guess people have asked sometimes is oh, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to work for a big company someday? And No, I want to be an independent filmmaker. I mean, I want to make movies and just really any art that kind of best embodies certain, tragedies I've dealt with or people in my life have dealt with. And this story, because it's so personal to me, about my brother Seth, who had a drug addiction, who, almost died from drugs. It's really a kind of a story that really embodies a lot of just, personal tragedy that I've faced in my life, as well as, seeing the different tragedies that Seth has faced as well. And I did tell Seth, I told my brother, I was like, hey, I'm making this short film. It's actually about you and your fight with drug addiction. And he didn't really say much about it. He was just like, cool, so we'll kind of see. I'm trying to help him a lot. And so I'm hoping that maybe he can even come out with me when I start shooting it, and he can, maybe be inspired himself to really just kind of go for his dreams and try to put his best foot forward. Let's see. Yes, Jackson, I already answered this. Dude, I am excited. Anything to help a fellow filmmaker is just amazing. I'm weeks away from shooting my short film. If I can go to New York and help you guys. Dude, yeah, we'll figure it out. We're still so, like, I don't want to say so far away, because it is coming up quick, but there's still like a lot of pre-production planning and stuff like that still needs to go into a lot of those decisions, and putting together a cast, putting together a crew. So I'm very excited about it. It's kind of the meat and potatoes in a sense of pre-production, where it's like you're starting to put together your team and you're starting to put together like what you want. And that's very fun to me. I actually really like that. I can't wait to work with creatives and collaborate with people who are going to give me maybe even a better and more fresh take on something that maybe I didn't see originally. So I'm very excited. I know Jackson's going to be a part of it. I know you're going to be a part of it. I have a friend named, on Twitch, his name is Rhino, but he works in the industry actually. And he lives in LA. And he's done a bunch of different stuff on different sets, but he's going to color my film, and he's going to, he said that he'll basically help me, clean up anything that I need. If, we have some trouble with editing, or, something's not really working right. He can help. He's also had experience with sound design and things like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool people that are working on this project, and I'm very excited about it. Let's see. Nicholas, how's it going? I'm excited to see how your short film turns out, Nick. You're definitely very passionate about it, and I greatly admire that. I know it'll turn out great. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm very passionate about it, and I think it's not just because it's like my creation, but because it's such a personal story to me. I feel like I've become more passionate about it. And I think also, like, when you're creating, you kind of get in the sense of like, you fall in love with everything you're doing, but like when you show it to other people and they can kind of also see the idea that you're coming up with, or even give you better feedback on things that you can improve, I think that helps you even become more passionate about it, and kind of realize that I'm not perfect, and I don't think I'm ever going to be, but like, this is bigger than me, I guess, in a way. I guess, if that makes any sense. Like, the creative process of it, the project part of it, becomes where it's bigger than yourself. And I'm very, very excited about that. And I'm very passionate about that. I'm passionate in the fact that, like, if you have a dream, if you want to do something with your life that's very specific, and maybe it's hard, and maybe people tell you no, still do it. Go and try and do it, because guess what? You're going to hear a lot of no's. That's just life. I graduated in social media marketing. And when it comes to job interviews, and when it comes to, sending applications in, I've heard a lot of no's, but it's those yeses that really make all the difference and really make you know that everything's worth it. And that's really what it comes down to. So I'm very excited about this project, and thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. My short film shot style is mostly inspired by The Revenant and The Human Condition. That's sick, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing your short film. I'm very much looking forward to it. I was going to say, watch Gerald's Game for the Moonlight Man, because he could be inspiration for something. Yeah, Gerald's Game. That's like Mike Flanagan in general. He's like a big inspiration as well. Like, I didn't include it in the video, but I really like a lot of the shots that I have, composed, that I have planned, for what this film is going to be. A lot of it has been based on things that I've seen Mike Flanagan do and Jennifer Kent, in terms of just kind of placing something on screen without any type of warning, without any type of like hint. And it's terrifying because it's there. It's like, it's almost kind of like where it just kind of crept up on screen. And that to me is what real horror is about, and genuine scares. But yeah, in terms of the atmosphere, like, I want the atmosphere to feel like, the movies like Hereditary, movies like The Babadook, Halloween, 1978 is probably the biggest inspiration in terms of atmosphere. And it's going to be very gritty. It's a movie that I can only tell it in one way, right? So it's hard because I want to tell you guys so much about it, but the problem is that there are symbolic things inside of it. And even when you watch this film, it's going to be ambiguous in a way where it could have multiple interpretations for the ending, right? I know what it is. I know what the ending is. I knew the ending from the moment I started this project 4 years ago. It was just putting everything else together, getting that act structured, knowing exactly where every single beat of the movie is going to go. And I'm not going to give you answers. Even when you see the film, I'm not going to give you answers. I want to let the audience, you guys, decide what it is, because I believe so fully, because I love movies that don't spoon feed you. And I'm not going to do that with my film. And so that's kind of one of the things I want to say, is that it's going to be ambiguous in its ending. And I want it to be. That's the whole purpose of it, because there could be multiple different interpretations based on how you see it. I know what the answer is. There's one clear answer of what everything could mean, but I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. Even if you guess it and you guess it right, I still won't tell you. So yeah, that's exciting to me. That wakes me up in the morning. I want to make movies that are like that tell the audience you're not stupid, because audiences aren't stupid. I feel that I have my doubts and thinking I was not good enough. Yeah, I mean, it's what is it called? It's imposter syndrome, right? I actually had a cousin who kind of told me, so I made this video about a month and a half ago, 2 months back, where I talk about, and it's on my YouTube channel, it's still there, and how I deal with depression and anxiety. I suffer with depression and anxiety every day. And it's something that just doesn't automatically go away. But you get that imposter syndrome where you feel like no matter what you do, you will never be good enough. And I suffer with that. I'm not only a perfectionist, but I've also been told countless times in my life that you're not good enough to do this or that. And, it really wears on you. But when I decided to really just kind of sit down after 4 years of having this idea in my head, after 4 years of planning, I finally decided, you know what? I am not going to let myself or anybody tell me I'm not good enough to make this script and to actually write this story. And I did it. There are things I still want to add to the script. The script is the best way I could put it is, if I had to, let's say I had to start shooting tomorrow with where the script is, I would feel totally comfortable doing that. There are certain things I want to add on to, because there's certain things I still would love to explore. And that's why I'm happy that I have still a lot of time for pre-production, because I still have all that time to really kind of come up with more ideas and pour more into it if I want to. And there's one particular scene where I want to add more to it, because I just feel like the context and a lot of the dialogue of the scene is really just satisfying, but also draining at the same time. And it's like, really, it's going to be one of those movies that it's not only going to be suspenseful, but it's going to like drain you in a way. Like when you watch it, you're just like, holy crap, it made me feel like I understood exactly, what addiction truly does to people. And I kind of want that to be part of the feeling of the film, right? Like where you watch it and you're like, man, what are some of my addictions that I have? And us being film lovers, like even watching movies sometimes can become an addiction. or we take precedent and take that movie watching to extreme levels, where we're not spending time, actually embracing the world, actually going outside and embracing life. So even though it's a film about drug addiction, it's really the reason why it's called Addict and not like Drug Addict is because I want it to be symbol. I want it to resonate with people who just have any type of addiction in life. And you can kind of see yourself in that way, I guess. Yeah. I'm trying not to give a lot away. It's very tough because I'm very excited about it, but I'm going to be very tight-lipped. Let's see. I was going to say, if you needed an editor, feel free to hit me up, but you might have that already covered. Would love to see the progress either way. Dude, yeah. I really appreciate that. I would love to definitely get some help with that. We'll talk, man. We'll talk. I really appreciate that though, man. I'm looking forward to the progress as well of everything. Everything's right now been going really smoothly. The script, with where the script is at, like I said, I could still add on to it. The way that I've been actually doing scheduling and budgeting for everything with my wife, doing a lot of pre-production in that way. Going through different ideas in terms of what I want the scheduling to be, in terms of what I want to shoot first, what I kind of want to shoot last. Also looking at different props that I can use, trying to figure out the best, way to like what I kind of want in terms of like painting the actual scene. Yes, you paint it in your script, but what I mean is like actually looking at different places in New York City where I want to shoot. Like, so I'm kind of doing location scouting, but not being able to be in New York City it's kind of difficult. But like, I've actually been able to kind of look at different general places of where things are and just like, okay, what do I want to shoot here? Where do I want to shoot here? And then just also like going through and really hammering down on the script and, changing certain details if things don't work out, depending on budgeting, things like that. So it's been a big progress. It's been like a big process, but like I've loved where it's been going, and it's only going to keep getting better and more clear as we get closer. For sure, take your time. Don't rush it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely taking my time with where everything is. I wish that I could just shoot it tomorrow, but realistically, that's just not how actual actual filmmaking. That's like not actually. What am I trying to say? It's like not actual filmmaking life, right? Like there's so many things in pre-production that you have to go through before you even can start shooting and rolling the camera. And, again, it's also going to be assembling the crew and the cast. And over the next couple of months, I will be doing that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. I can't wait to get more people on board and really get more people excited for this project. It's going to be awesome. Looks like we got an executive producer, Dono, already. To be honest though, Nick, I didn't realize how much you were actually putting into this. Very exciting. I'm very that's the thing is a lot of people, and I don't know if people understand this, but this isn't like a short film that I'm making and dropping it on YouTube. Like that's not what this is. Is it going to be on YouTube eventually? Yes, it will. But if you are someone who's like, I'm just going to wait for it to, I'm just going to wait for it to be on YouTube. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Because I'm actually putting it into film festivals. I'm going to actually submit it to Sundance. I mean, do I expect it to get accepted into Sundance? No, I got to temper my expectations. I'm not going out here saying I'm going to be the next Ari Aster or anything. And like all of a sudden A24 calls me on the phone. They're like, hello. Oh, it's A24. Hello. Yeah, we want to sign you to a 3-film deal. Like that's not my expectation, but like I'm treating this as this is the start of my professional filmmaking career. I'm not looking at this as like, yeah, I just want to dump it on YouTube for people to see. That's not what this is. So I am taking it seriously, and I want this to be the best project or the best short film that really you could that you can see in a sense. And I want it to feel very indie as well. Like I don't want it to feel like it's made by Warner Brothers. Like I want it to feel like something that is truly from an independent filmmaker who wants to tell an interesting story in an interesting way. So that's kind of my idea for it. You already know. I already know. I love you, Zizix. When you wrote it, did you write the ending first? That's a really good question. Did I write the ending first? No. It's weird. I knew where it was going, but I don't think I want to say that it was the first thing that I wrote. I actually think I kind of wrote maybe the start of the second act first. Like I wanted to write all of the things that led up to what my ending was going to be. So in terms of conception, I knew where the ending was going from the moment that I started. I guess you could say that that was like the first thing planned in my head. I knew exactly where this thing was going to go. But in terms of actually writing and executing it, in terms of the script, I waited because for me, I really like those little juicy details that lead to the ending. So yes and no. Yes, in terms of the idea for the ending was there before anything else. I knew exactly how it was going to end. And also no, because it wasn't the first thing that I wrote, if that makes sense. So that's a really good question, Gavin. Thank you for that question. Let's see. I love ambiguity in films. Thank you. I really do as well. I like having ambiguity in movies because the thing about putting ambiguity in films and having those moments be for the fans and the audience being able to decipher what everything means is that it shows, number one, that you put trust and faith into the audience to kind of let them and allow them to actually be able to make the films that, or not make the film, make the ending or make the interpretation what they want it to be. Because everybody, in terms of like films, everybody sees like a certain film a different way. Even if you watch it 100 times, like every time you watch one of your favorite movies, you're always going to find something maybe a little bit different that maybe you didn't look at it before, in some type of way. But like if I watch Halloween 1978, my interpretation of what the shape embodies, what Michael Myers is, could be different from yours, Bernardo. I mean, that's what filmmaking is, and that's what the best filmmakers and storytellers are able to do. But I'm the type of person where I don't like certain things in movies, and because I don't like certain things in movies, I'm not going to put them in my own. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put them in my own. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't really kind of garner the type of trajectory that I want. So yeah, some of my favorite modern horror directors are Christopher Landon and Jordan Peele. Yeah, Jordan Peele's amazing. Christopher Landon. Trying to think of what he did. I know I've seen a movie by him, but I can't think of what it is if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, Jordan Peele, Ari Aster is very interesting. Like Ari Aster, I haven't loved his movies. Like Hereditary is really good. Midsommar, I didn't really like, but he's one of those directors like Rob Zombie. I talked about this before, but like he's one of those directors that anytime he does a project, I'm always interested because it's just like the curiosity, and I kind of want to be one of those directors for people, even if you don't like, my symbolism or if you don't like certain things that I do in my films. Like I want people to at least be intrigued every time they hear like I'm working on a project and they're like, like that to me would mean more than anything. Maybe David Gordon Green, but also he's not my favorite. Yeah, I need to see more than just Halloween 2018, and even after Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, like he needs to do more in horror for me to really feel like he could be one of my favorites. Just being honest. Freaky, yeah, thank you, that's what it was. Let's see, I've been doing editing work for a very long time now, so same with me. If you need any sort of input or help, I'm here. How much do I ask for? $0, sir. Editing. Yeah, I'm still putting together, the cast and crew. Bernardo is going to be working with me on the editing, and I definitely could use all the help in terms of like certain tricks of the trade and certain techniques and things. So I will be reaching out to people for help and for advice on that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to work with a team. Cool, man. You know, why you gotta dash on my dreams, dude? You know, you don't know. How do you know? Show me your short film. That's all I want to say. I I'm not gonna ban you. I just want show me your short film. What have you worked on? How's it going, Joey? How you doing? Let's see. When you wrote the script, did you have a oh my god, I should do this moment? Yes. I had multiple of those. Um, it's cool when you work on it and you get giddy about something specific and that one thing just stays in your mind. Um, it's funny because I'm not going to sit here and say like I read a script every day, like, but I know exactly where everything is. I know I've memorized it and I have it in my head and I play it in my head of like what I want. And there was one particular moment where I think to me it was my big like wow moment. I'm not going to give anything. It's so hard. I want to tell you guys so much, but I can't. I can't, and I don't want to. And it's not fair to you guys. You don't want to hear about it. But there was one thing in particular that I thought of when I was kind of trying to formulate like what this character is thinking, what this character is doing, putting it in the perspective of how does this character act in this situation. Um, and there's those moments where I was just like giddy because I was like, wow, this is going in directions that I never thought 4 years ago that it would go. And it really has. It's still the same ending. It's still the same conception and it's still the same, structure, but it's the meat and potatoes where it's like small details that are so intricate that they mean so much though to like the character and to the story and yeah, there's a couple of those moments, but one in particular, I'm not going to give anything away, that I was just like, wow. And when the film actually comes out and you see it, I will be more open to. We'll probably do like a spoiler discussion. We'll talk about it after you guys have seen it and after everyone's had a chance to watch it, which will be a while, like I said, because it's not just getting dumped right on YouTube. That's not happening. But when everyone has a chance to see it, and it's out there for people to watch, I will share with you what that moment is for me. And it's going to be a moment that you're probably not even going to think was like my, wow, that's amazing moment. But it really was because it's kind of subtle compared to everything else in the film. Cause this is going to be heavy. It's going to be a heavy movie. It's not supposed to make you feel good. It's supposed to make you feel, just like gross, and in a way it's not, I never mind. I'm not going to get into it, but like, it's a heavy movie. Let's see. Zero ambiguity in a film is an absolute tragedy in my eyes. Absolutely. When you just spoon feed your audience, it's it. I like ambiguity in movies, and I like when directors don't reveal things to you. And I'm never going to reveal things about this movie to you, even like 50 years from now. I will not reveal anything. Like I will carry my thought, or I will carry what the ending is because I know what it is, but I will carry that with me till I die. Like I'm dead serious. I'm not letting people know, and it's gonna be funny. I can't wait. I've been talking to people about this, but like I'm very excited for when this film is out and you guys get a chance to watch it because I already know that there are going to be theories that people have about the ending, about certain things that are going to be probably even better than what it actually is. And I'm like, man, that's such a cool idea, but that's not what it is. You know what I mean? Like I can't get into specifics. And when I see people that actually know what it is, because I know that there's going to be people out there who kind of figure it out. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be like, man, that's really cool. So you guys might actually have some really cool ideas of what it actually is, what everything means, that are like way better than what it actually is, just because like I feel like in that way it makes you guys the creative as well. Like, and it's cool in that way. Let's see. Is actually Stanley Kubrick, Nick? Tread lightly. I take it back. Can come to you and it takes a story away to places you never. Yeah, exactly. At its core, like I said, it's really just a short film, a horror. It's really a horror film about drug addiction and how I faced it when my brother was a drug addict and like the things that I went through, right? But but it's not about me in that way as well. But at its core, that's what it is. And it was kind of like in my way, like kind of my resolution to dealing with this issue and dealing with just my tragedy of the entire event and my frustration as well. Um and I will say this, Jackson, good old my good friend Jackson, he will be playing a part that is inspired by me. Actually, he's actually going to be playing kind of me in a sense, and I will be playing my brother. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I wouldn't usually act in anything that I do, but because I feel so connected to this role, and obviously because it's my brother, like I want to do justice by him, and yeah, um, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to share. Uh, Then I heard a soundtrack to a certain movie at home. I go to the living room and see my little brother told him he shouldn't watch it. Interesting. Interesting. Then I was like, wait a minute. Is that for like your like is this like a creative moment or sorry, Joey, I guess I'm lost. Let's see. It's so cool. You are doing horror and I'm doing a slasher. I have an idea for like a slasher movie and because I love slashers, it's my favorite genre of horror, but I really wanted to again, I want to make films that are grounded in real life tragedy and real life aspects. And that's what Addict is. I mean, it's addiction. It's a horror film about addiction. And I'll share some ideas of stuff that I've come up with. When you create a project like this, when you're writing, you're getting all this inspiration, right? Whether it be from different movies, whether it be from just idealization in terms of like certain things that pop in your head, or even when you're writing a scene, you're like, man, like what would it be like in this perspective or in this type of setting? I my second short film is a short film that I want to work on after Addict, which is it's currently under the title of Don't Wake Her. And I got the idea a couple months ago when I was actually working on Addict. I fell asleep at my desk. It was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was my wife was sleeping in our bedroom and I was trying to be as quiet as possible not to wake her up. And I was like, boom, inspiration. And it would be a horror comedy in a sense of where it's comedic because, the character does make sounds but it's also suspenseful because like along the way you're trying and you're hoping that this character doesn't, wake her up. And it has an interesting ending. That's all I can say in terms of the idea. And I've been working on that. And I also have an idea for a feature film that revolves around a girl who is seeing herself commit suicide over and over again. It's like a repetitious cycle. And it's very interesting. I don't know how that idea kind of came into fruition. I guess my own depression, my own anxiety is definitely kind of a part of it. It's also dealing with grief and things like that. So I want to make movies that really are about the horrors of real life and not just like things that can't really happen or just kind of far-fetched, That's kind of my idea. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of why I want to do Addict first. It's because it's such a personal story to me, and it's something that I've had in my head over the past 4 years. Favorite horror movie themes? Grief, anything dealing with grief, depression, um, anything dealing with loss. And that's not just grief, but like loss of a pet or just feeling a loss of love. Um, yeah, those are some of my favorite themes in any movie, not just horror, but like in any movie. But in terms of like music theme, if you're talking music theme, um, I really like, obviously Halloween's my favorite, but Candyman, the original Candyman, has an incredible score. Um, but a lot of that is atmosphere. I'm also going to be working with someone on music for this. Like I'm actually going to be making music for this project. Not me, but I do have some people that I am going to be working with. And yeah, I'm excited. There will be a theme in this, a musical theme in this short film, and it will have its own soundtrack. It's not going to be like something from like YouTube or something. It's going to be actually made for this project. And again, I'm like making this as professional as possible to get into the film industry. Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, we're going to end this in like 10 minutes, guys. I didn't want to go longer than an hour. I didn't even think I was going to go this long, but I really appreciate your guys' questions and comments. Because I have a video I need to work on anyway, a Hitchcock video, which is exciting. Let's see. I should have been more specific. I mean, music theme. Gotcha. Yeah. I saw that afterwards. I meant to type more. No, you're good. You guys are good. But yeah. If you guys have any other comments or questions, and we have. Like I said, I don't want to go too much longer. Probably, once we hit the hour mark, that's when I'm going to be closing this live stream. So if you're watching on the replay, thank you. Comment down below as well if you're watching in the replay, like what your questions are. I will try my best to answer them. Again, I can't give you any specifics on plot stuff because again, this needs to be as surprising as possible. All I can tell you is it's a drug addict. He gets followed by an entity, and that's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, it's gonna be it's exciting. I'm very excited about this project. The fact that it's actually I feel like it's 4 years too late, but in terms of like my own preparation for it, I should have been like starting and like writing this 4 years ago after having that idea. But again, it was a lot of me saying I'm not good enough to do this. And now I know I'm good enough to do this. And I guess really what it comes down to is if you have a dream to do anything, and I don't want to get like preachy here, but if you have a dream to do anything with your life, it doesn't have to be filmmaking. It could be, in terms of movies, if you want to be a journalist, if you want to be a movie critic, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to be, all right, I'm gonna ban this guy. This guy is just kind of a troll and just kind of being an idiot. Why can't I? I don't even know how to ban him. I'll have to figure that out. But don't listen to this troll. This troll is just he I don't know. He must not care about other people's dreams, and clearly, doesn't want to work on his own either. He just wants to come and tear other people down. But I want to make something. You hit hide from stream. How do I do that? See, I can't even like click on the oh, hold on. I know why. Give me a second. Okay. Participants. Wait, it's not even giving me an option. Manage moderators. Hold on, guys. I will answer your questions and take your comments in a second. If I can do this here. Why is this not working? I don't know how to do this. I am stupid. I'm really stupid. Right click, I think. Yeah, I'm trying, but it's not giving me an option. Oh, here we go. Ah. Let's see, and then I can also do this. There's no way to like block people, huh? Okay. Cool. All right. You can't see this guy's comments. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. But if you have a dream, you can do anything that you put your mind to. It doesn't have to be filmmaking. Again, if you want to work in, as a sports agent, if you want to work in any industry, you can do it. Doesn't matter what people tell you. You're always gonna have people that tear you down. You're always gonna have people that are like this guy, like the guy that was just in chat. You're always gonna have those people, right? But it's really just blocking out that noise and just doing what you can, which is you can do anything. I guess that makes sense. I'm not really much of a like rally guy, like getting people rallied up for one cause. But yeah. Let's see. Do you have any idea for the Blu-ray cover / poster? Yes, I do actually. I'm kind of waiting because my brother-in-law, who's really good at art, is actually going to help me make it. Both the Blu-ray cover and the poster. Right now, it's just a placeholder. So you see Addict. That's not what it's going to look like. But I do have an idea of what the Blu-ray and the poster art is going to look like, and it's really freaking cool. So stay tuned for that. It'll look great on a shelf. Yeah, for sure, Bernardo. Biggest inspiration for the most random idea was surprisingly from an episode of South Park. That's really cool. I love that, dude. Final replacement. I'm happy. We'll have to talk about it more on Instagram, dude. Let me know, because I that sucks that you went through that, but I'm happy that you were able to find somebody. Michelle, how are you? Awesome for you for following your dreams and creating the stories you want to see in the world. Thank you. Very excited for you to see it, Michelle, and I hope you're doing well on this Monday night. Let's see. Favorite horror music themes are Child's Play, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. Yeah, mine's Halloween. And probably Candyman, honestly. Candyman's probably up there. I got to think of like other horror themes, really. Nightmare on Elm Street's good. Friday 13th is classic. Let's see. Same. I blocked him now and I can't see his comments. Good. Nick Talks Flicks TED Talk. Yes. Exactly. Focus on yourself and supporters instead of the haters. Exactly. I wanted to make sure I blocked that guy just because, like, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. But yes, focus on yourself and the people that support you, because there are people that are out there supporting you. I want to support Bernardo on his short film. So when Bernardo releases that short film, guys, definitely make sure you check it out. I'm very excited for him. And I want to support anybody who wants to make a dream come true. So if you have a blog, or you're starting up like your own like website, you're starting up if you want to be an author, if you want to be a filmmaker, let me know what you want to be. I want to support you in any way that I can. If that's just you want to send me a script of something that you've written, send it to me. If you want, like Jackson sent me a script that he worked on a few weeks ago that he's been working on, and it's really cool. I really like it. It reminds me a lot of Pulp Fiction in a way. So if you want to do anything in terms of living your dreams, let me know how best I can help you. Check out my Indiegogo campaign if you guys have the time. Again, if you can't contribute monetarily, that's totally fine. Share the project. That's really the best. That's the thing that would mean the most to me. Sharing the project with other people, friends and family, people who love horror, people who want to help independent filmmakers, people who are looking for original stories. Share what I'm doing with other people. That would mean the absolute world to me. Believe. I know it sounds like a cat poster, but it's true. But yeah, in terms of the artwork, I do have some amazing ideas, and I have talked to my brother-in-law about it, and he's very excited to help me with it. And I will definitely update it once I get that finalized. It may take a couple of months, and I will send it to. I'll update it. I think I can update it on the Indiegogo campaign, and I'll even share it with you guys. I'm gonna make you guys will see that throughout the different weeks of content and the months of content that are leading up, I'm still going to be doing everything that I put in my coming soon video. But I do want you to know that there will be, updates like this, whether it be a live stream, whether it just be like a video of me talking about the project and, promoting, the project, the Indiegogo campaign. So I do apologize. Bear with me. It's, you might just be like, oh, Nick, stop talking about it already. But I am very excited about it. And, I hope you guys are as well. I didn't want to make this a long live stream. I appreciate everyone who was here, who was able to watch it live. If you watch it on the replay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'm very excited to bring this story to you guys, and I'm really looking forward to start the production. I'm gonna head out though. I got a Hitchcock video I need to work on. But thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. A new video will be up on the channel, hopefully within the next couple of hours, which is going to be a Hitchcock video. So enjoy that as we round out Hitchcock month. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Joey, I appreciate that, by the way. I appreciate that. That would be awesome. We'll